This video is going to cover the basics of listing an eBay auction, store item, or fixed price listing from your InkFrog account. We'll start at the home screen and click on the Listings button. This will take us to the Listings Overview page, and here you'll see items that I've previously created and have saved in my account. So if you're new to InkFrog, you may not have anything there. If that's okay, we're going to create a new listing. This will open a new window, and you may notice that this looks somewhat similar to eBay's Sell Your Item page if you've listed on eBay directly before. So InkFrog has some advanced features, and we're going to skip over some of those things and really just show you the basics of how to get an item listed. We'll start by entering a title. And we can select our listing type: a standard auction, a store item, or a fixed price listing. We'll leave this at an auction format, and we'll select a market to list on. InkFrog does let you list on eBay Motors as well as several of the international marketplaces. So if you've got a project you'd like to really market to the UK, you might want to select the UK marketplace. We'll leave this on eBay.com, and I'll enter a starting price and a buy it now price. We've got one available, and you need to make sure under your Use eBay ID pull down here, if you have multiple selling IDs that you use on eBay, you can set those up in your InkFrog preferences. So be sure that you're selling under the right account, and now we'll select a category. These widgets, let's put them in the antique category, and we'll call them primitives. So we're selling some primitive widgets. So we'll just leave the item specifics blank for right now and come down here and work with images. So I've already uploaded some widget images, and now we want to add those saved images to this auction. I'll click on the Add Saved Image button, and this will bring up our image selector. So we'll look at the New Widgets folder, and we'll add all three of those images to this listing. Just a few clicks, and those are added. One thing I'd like to point out is that it's really easy to change the order that these images display in. If you really want to feature this yellow widget first, just drag it to the left so that it's the first widget in the display. And that'll be the top image that eBay users see when they pull up your auction. So now we can enter a description. So there's our description. We'll just keep it simple on this item. And I'd like to show you the WYSIWYG editor. This is going to make your InkFrog description editor just like a word processor on your local computer. It's very easy to highlight words and make them bold or italic or underline. And if you'd like to change the font or size, that's easy too. These are very collectible widgets. So now we can enter our payment terms and some quick shipping terms. And we're going to select a template. These are the InkFrog templates, and InkFrog has templates for just about every category of product you might want to list on eBay. Everything from antique templates to whimsical. And templates are basically an appearance setting that is wrapped around your product description and product images. So we'll choose an antique theme for these antique widgets, and we'll select that template. I'm going to come down and specify that I accept PayPal payments, and I accept money order and personal checks. You can enter your listing options for special features such as bold or borders or homepage featured. And we'll skip on down and set up some shipping. InkFrog supports flat rates or calculated shipping. These are all integrated very nicely with eBay. We'll use a flat shipping rate. And InkFrog will let you specify whether you want to ship to your country only, or your country and some specific regions, or worldwide. So we'll set up a US and Canada listing. So we're going to ship to my country, which is the US, and we'll add Canada too. For the domestic shipping rate, we'll choose UPS Ground for $4. And for our Canadian friends, we'll ship to them via Priority Mail International at a rate of $12. We'll include insurance in our rate, so there's no extra insurance fee. And we can set up a return policy here and some special checkout instructions. So now those are all the basics to create a listing, and we'll preview our auction and see what it looks like. So here's our antique theme. Here's the pictures of the widgets, and we can click on these and enlarge the picture. There's our description and our shipping information. Now if you'd like, you can schedule this auction to start at a later point. You can launch the auction right away, or you can save it to your library, which means you could save it as something you wanted to list later on or modify. I'm going to schedule this auction to start at 8 o'clock on today, 6/26, and we'll click the schedule button. The listing is scheduled, and it'll launch tonight at 8 o'clock. And those are the basics of how you list an item on eBay with InkFrog.